Okay. Haven't fixed my visuals yet. Gaming brightness up. Okay, so we saved here. Oh my god! Gambi's first. Good job, Gambi. Okay, the boss was that way, so we're headed this way. How are you, Gambi? I'm okay-ish. Still can't smell anything, but I can breathe, so yeah. Uniquely among human cultures, Virusk tradition insists that humanity can trace descent from the beasts of old. In those days, say the tale, there were no bears, no wolves, no lions, only a vast family of beasts who would change their form at will. According to these legends, the creator gods decided to appoint seneschals among the beasts to enforce their will. These were the first Drakenweir. But the gods soon realized that although the Drakenweir would listen to their commands, they did not carry them out, allowing the beasts to do whatever they liked. So the gods revoked their favor from the Drakenweir and created human beings to impose order upon the world. And the men dutifully separated the beasts into breeds that were separate and distinct, forbidding them from changing their shapes and bringing order to the natural world. The Drakenweir were cast out at the command of the gods, and they retreated into the remotest wilderness, where they gazed upon men with hate. Yeah, always good to enjoy your addictions as long as they're gaming. Thanks for patting the cat, love. Um, Słodko pisze, ładnotko jest ładnie. Now, after finding that secret wall, I'm trying to shoot at any wall that I see just in case. This pile here, it looks so saucy. Yeah, I thought you might mean Zelda, that's why.
Thank you. I heard the commotion upstairs. That woman! She's not dead?
That's why I'm encouraging you, because Zelda is a fun game, so you should enjoy it.
Rajani is beaten, but she isn't dead.
Well, we shall soon remedy that. How dare she march an army into Ravensrill and murder good sons of the Legion? I'll see her hang!
You're the only prisoner? Rajani didn't lock anyone else down here?
With Laskanzi walking the streets? No need. My people fear the Witchmen. They're the villains of every bedtime story. And most of those stories are true.
You're Lazar Basili? The boyar of the town?
Boyar is an old and stuffy title. Lazar is fine, especially among friends.
Mm-hmm.
We should get back upstairs.
Quite right. Before Rajani wakes.
Damn, this old man is pretty quick on his feet.
The town is ours. They're fleeing into the woods in total disarray.
You hear that, woman? Anything to say for yourself?
I'm sorry for any harm that's come to Ravensrill. My battle was with the Legion.
Before we fought, you said that you knew me.
You look like someone I knew. You speak with her voice. But that woman is dead and gone.
If I resemble this woman, then tell me who she was.
No. You share her likeness, but that could be a trick. Perhaps you're a false prophet, meant to lead me astray. If you fight for the Legion, then you're an enemy. Nothing more.
The Legion's done nothing to you.
My lady has told me of the Legion's crimes. She defeated you once, and she'll defeat you again.
Jane Cassinda, the old enemy. 30 years on and she's still hunting the Legion.
And why should she not? You're traitors, kingslayers, murderers.
Kingslayers? Murderers? What does she mean?
Lies. Stories that the old king was murdered by the Legion. That's how Jane Cassinda turned the people against us. She claimed that the Legion betrayed its oath, tried to seize power for itself.
They're not lies. My lady spoke the truth. But believe what you want.
How can we be a threat to you? We don't even know who you are.
She's an Archon. Straight out of the old stories. Begging your pardon, but you have the look of an Archon yourself.
What do these stories say about Archons?
They were divine messengers, heralds of the old creator gods. You see their pictures in books. Statues of them are supposed to bring luck.
We have to decide what to do with her. Suggestions?
She attacked a defenseless town, murdered your friends at the estate. Why are we discussing this? Kill her and let justice be done.
Wait. Listen to her words. She's misguided, confused. She fears us. Killing her wouldn't be justice.
It pains me to say this, truly. But I agree. I suppose I wanted vengeance, but I didn't imagine it like this.
She's yielded. What if we set her free? Show Jane Cassinda that the Legion still has honor.
Rajani, you're free to go. We're not your enemies, and we never were.
You're mad. Now my lady will know your strength. Next time she'll send more of us against you. But if that's what you want, then I'll go.
I agree with the armored wench. You are mad, both of you, stark and raving.
No. We planted a seed. Now we wait and see how it grows.
If nothing else, this will certainly confuse Jane Cassinda. And that's worth something.
Come. We should return to the chapter house and decide our next move. Unless you still have business here.
I'm ready. Our business here is done.
Against the might of the 10th Legion, even the Archon Rajani could not stand. Jane Cassinder's lieutenant was vanquished, her mercenaries' hold on the Rukenval broken. In times past, the Legion's judgment was merciful and fair, and you chose to spare her life. Who can say how an unexpected mercy might change an enemy's heart? As the folk of the Rill said about rebuilding, we prepared for our next move. Our old enemy was stronger than she had ever been, and she still plotted our demise. The Rukenval chapter house would not be our sanctuary, but a staging ground for what was to come. Martin tells me that Jane Cassinder was behind this. She acted fast. That means she's afraid.
Rajani was full of lies about the Legion. We set her free as a sign of goodwill. If we can make Jane see that she's wrong.
You're an idealist, Martin. Don't assume our enemies have honor. Least of all, Jane Cassinder.
Why is Jane Cassinder so determined to kill us?
The woman's a mystery. Always has been. As far as we know, she was raised by the Azanite Church. An orphan, maybe. Or a rich man's bastard daughter. Must have been 18, 19 years old when the king died. She paraded through the streets of Bisselberg, claimed he'd been murdered by the Legion.
Why did anyone listen to Jane?
She was young, beautiful, full of passion. Spoke like she truly loved the king, but she couldn't have known him. Half the country was in love with her. The living saint, they called her. Still do out east with the church's throne. And people were jealous. We'd grown too rich and too fat. That was the Legion's sin, if you ask me.
So Jane turned the people against us. What then?
Jane had the church behind her. She raised mobs in the cities, Bisselberg first, and the towns of the east. Then Stonebridge, Glacier, everywhere else. In Stonebridge, the Legionnaires refused to fight, wouldn't raise their hands against the people, just stood there and died. Montbaron made his last stand here, in Rukenval. The people here stayed loyal, so Jane had to march an army north. You know how it ended.
And you were the only survivor. How did you escape?
I don't die easy, and I don't believe in noble last stands. Far as I'm concerned, the war's still on, even if I'm the last soldier in the field, until I put a knife in Jane Cassinder's eye.
He's not wrong.
I'm with you. Jane will answer for every Legionnaire who died at her hand.
You may all think me a fool, but I'll never agree that this has to end in blood. We're the Legion. We can find a better way.
I'm not sure we can reason with that specific bitch. We can try, but yeah.
Our numbers are too few. Can we find more men and women of Legion blood?
There's got to be others. They could still be in hiding.
Might be a few left. Not enough to build an army. But if we spread the word that the Legion has returned, we can rally Jane's enemies against her. We should start by reclaiming the Grand Chapter House, the old Legion headquarters in Stonebridge.
Have you heard any news from Stonebridge?
If I had to guess, more smokestacks, more spinning machines, more metal men clanking through the streets.
Are you sure the chapter house wasn't destroyed?
By the people of Stonebridge? No, they never would. It's their mark of shame. Reminds them how they betrayed the Legion, and they don't dare forget.
So the Stonebridge chapter house is different than the others?
It's bigger, grander. They built it during our golden age after the heroes destroyed the Sec. We claim that chapter house, hang our banners out front, people will hear that the Legion's returned.
How do we get to Stonebridge then?
Stonebridge lies to the south and west, on the far side of the swamp. Lazar's people have repaired the bridge, so the road should be open again.
Martin and I will stay here for now. Help the locals rebuild.
We owe them. They've endured a great deal for our sake.
We have a causeway gate here. Surely there must be another in Stonebridge.
There is, but it's shut. Montbaron ordered most of them closed to stop Jane Cassinder from using them against us. A causeway gate can only be opened from the outside, and only by a privileged few.
Why send me? We could all go together.
The Radiant Youth chose you for a reason. You're meant to lead us, not Martin, not me.
All right. I'll head south for Stonebridge.
Jane Cassinder controls most of the land between here and Stonebridge. Her soldiers wear the raiment of the Azranite Church. Avoid them if you can.
Once you're inside the chapter house, look for the causeway gate. Open it, and you can bring the rest of us through.
You're the vanguard of the Legion. All our hopes go with you.
So you just don't want to do the entire walking to Stonebridge, you just want to do a quick causeway run. Fucking lazy asshole. Now I know why your ass is still alive.
Off to Stonebridge, I hear? Before you depart, I have something I would discuss with you if you're willing. The Laskanzi occupation depleted the town's stores. If we cannot replenish them soon, Raven's Rill may not survive the winter. I know the Legion has done a great deal for us already, but I fear I must ask your help again.
I take it you have a plan?
Indeed. Raven's Rill sees few travelers these days, but I believe the Hero's Crypt could draw pilgrims from across Ebb, as it once did. With pilgrims would come merchants, and the town could fill its larders before the winter.
Tell me about this Hero's Crypt.
The Hero's Crypt is where the heroes of the Sec Resurgence were interred. It was considered a holy site, and pilgrims flocked to it. After the crypt was sealed, the pilgrims stopped coming. I believe that if we open it again, we can bring prosperity back to Raven's Rill.
Why would a holy site be sealed in the first place?
I'm not entirely sure. It happened just before the fall of the Legion.
'Cause of a monster?
Why do you need the Legion's help?
The doors of the monument are sealed by Legion magic. They are impervious to any form of counter magic or physical destruction. They can only be opened by the signet rings of the Legion families who commissioned its construction. The Montbarons and the Gundricks. I understand you found both signet rings already. The crypt should open for you now.
I'll do what I can.
Excellent. Look for the two large statues outside the monument. I'll fetch Grigori. We'll need a scribe to document this historic event.
No! You killed the guy! Come back! Don't send Grigori! He doesn't deserve this! Damn, that porky guy's fast.
There's something I've been meaning to say. I'm sorry I wasn't more help when we first met. I was scared. But I never should have doubted the Legion. The old stories were right about you. The good ones, I mean.
I like your sense of justice, Legionnaire.
With the Laskanzi driven off, my Niku is finally safe. Thank you, Legionnaire.
Yep, I'm running around town fishing for compliments.
I hope you put every last one of those Laskanzi dogs to the sword.
As much as I could, but mostly to the torch.
Long live the Legion.
Under your guidance, the Legion is sure to reclaim the glories of old.
I'll raise a tankard in your honor tonight, my friend.
Think you'd raise it anyway.
The Legionnaires of old would be proud of what you've done.
We remember our heroes in this valley. They'll be telling your story for the next 100 years.
Better be more.
No more Laskanzi scumming our streets. We have the Legion to thank for that.
Welcome back, friend. Feel free to browse the wares in my stall. I promise to give you a fair price.
Let me see your wit.
Of course.
You're a welcome sight in these parts, Legionnaire. Perhaps I'll write a chronicle of your adventures one of these days. A humble offer, I know, but as a scribe, it is the best I can do to repay your service.
Well, hopefully you won't be dying shortly.
Reckon you did all right with them Laskanzi. Not a bad showing, friend. Not bad at all.
Got all the praise I could squeak out of here. Part of me wonders what the witch is doing in the other manor, but it's too far to run there anymore.
Trouble ahead.
If you're looking to buy, just step on up to the wagon and have a look. I'll give you a good price.
Ooh, look at them little Spideys doing the crunches here. Okay, let's do a quick save here.
Ah! Oh, forgive me. You startled me a bit. I'm afraid I was wrapped up in my studies of this magnificent edifice.
Tell me about yourself. What brings you out here?
I'm a scholar with the Stonebridge Society of Antiquaries. My particular specialization is early Goblin Renaissance architecture. This structure is a truly remarkable example. Note the intricate cornice work and the marvelously subtle geometries of the roof.
Can you tell me anything about this building?
Why, this is the Hero's Crypt. Inside lie the champions who defeated the Sec 150 years ago. I've been studying its history for years. Sadly, I've never been able to do more than observe the exterior.
Tell me about the crypt's history.
The tomb was originally constructed for the First Lady Montbarron, remembered in popular folklore as the Farmer. Sometimes I forget that my family was throwing itself into harm's way, even before my father came along. A Montbarron, are you? Now that you mention it, I see the resemblance. You have the Farmer's graceful bone structure. Please, the less said about my bone structure, the better. As more of the heroes who defeated the Sec passed on, they were interred here as well. The crypt became a site of pilgrimage for many. Visitors have reported all sorts of miracles. Good fortune, sicknesses healed, that sort of thing. But no one's been inside for 30 years.
Why can't you get inside?
Ever since Jane Cassinda destroyed the Legion, the tomb has been sealed tight. I think it could still be open, but I have no idea how. Perhaps the old Legion knew. Some of them, anyway.
I found a way into the crypt. I'm going to open the doors.
You did? You have? That's unbelievable! How did you do it? Where did you find it? Oh, never mind. That's not important right now. Could I go in with you? I've studied the exterior for so long. I'd like to get a look at some of the artifacts inside.
For all I know, you're just a grave robber. You can stay outside.
I see. Well, I suppose that's fair, though I do hope you'll let me know if you change your mind.
I'm more worried you're gonna die as soon as I allow you inside. Oh, it's glowing.
Oh my. That was quite something. Since you're going in there anyway, perhaps you'd be willing to retrieve some relics and bring them to me for study?
I'm sorry. I don't have time to treasure hunt for you.
I see. Well, I suppose that's fair, though I do hope you'll speak to me again if you change your mind. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must bring the good news to Lazar.
Mm-hmm. May have just rejected some free XP, but
something new in my halls. The sound of breath, the quiet footfalls of frightened flesh.
My, that's a welcoming voice. One more down.
can't see shit. Killing stuff. Killing stuff. Eek. That was a lot of mobs. See, did I get any good drops then? Yeah. That's stupid. Ooh, that was a hefty upgrade. This letter is old and written in shaky hand. If you have found this, know that my name is Michael, a groundskeeper of the Hero's Crypt. I have been trapped in here with this ravening half-giant for many days. Dracomir is his name, and he came to the crypt to steal the relics that are buried within. He took me as hostage and commanded me to lead him to the richest of treasures. But in the recent days, a change has come over him. Instead of fleeing with his gold, he stays on the lowest level of the crypt. He claims to have no longer wishes to leave, that he must protect the riches from those who would take them away. I can only assume that he is affected by the secret magic that guards this place. Now that the doors of the crypt have been sealed, perhaps the Legion intended to trap the half-giant in here until their battle with Jade Cinder is won. But I think they will lose their war, and I shall never escape. I bear no grudge against the Legion. They could not have known that I was still alive. I write this only in the hope that you, the one reading this note, might remember an old Michael and pray for my soul. May Azunai bless you and keep you. Poor guy. The corpse isn't nearly as old as the others in the crypt. It clutches an old tarnished key in one skeletal hand. Soon after the crypt's construction, it was common for pilgrims to travel the road north, stopping to pay their respects to the heroes of the resurgence. Often these pilgrims would be led by some of the surviving heroes, such as the Azunite sister Eulora and the dwarf Glorn. The real road became known as the Pilgrim's Road, and a large number of pilgrims would commonly make accommodations in Ravensrail, enriching the local villagers. As time passed and more of the original heroes died, their sarcophagi were added to the Hall of Heroes on the lowest level of the crypt. A special burial hole was carved into the rock at the far end of the Hall of Heroes to accommodate the Lady Mont Baron herself, the last of the heroes of of the heroes was Glorn the dwarf, who continued leading the yearly pilgrimage until his death in the year 1220. Well, makes sense, they are quite a long-lived race, so... Kinda explains why the dwarf was the last one standing. How I say?
One more down.
Sheesh. Damn that shield though. Quick save. Ooh, unstable with a hydrate and a stretch. I'll stretch while getting my water to hydrate with. I'll stretch a little bit more, cause it feels good. High unstable. Ooh, that's a lot of skeletons. Ow. The hell is hitting me that hard? Ooh, congratulations, Unstable! That's awesome! Alice is a great game. And I'm really happy some games still have a hard copy, honestly. As long as it's installable, doesn't matter where you got it from. It can be installed and the city key works if it has one, then then it's all good. That would be nice if it does. In honored memory of the woman known to history as the Farmer, hero of the Sec Resurgence and first of the Montbarron line.
The Lady Montbarron, first of my line. She was the one who defeated the Sec and saved the whole kingdom.
I did use the high ponytail version of her too. But she was an archer. I'm against the sword. That's not my Lady Montbarron.
One more down.
Yeah, just test the install for peace of mind, and that's all. Ow. Not so tough without the mages, are ya? Champion.
You cannot kill that which is dead, mortal. My warriors will hunt you until you fall, exhausted and weeping.
I think I've been doing pretty good at killing things that were already dead in this game so far.
Now this should be a challenge.
This parchment is faded and old. To the groundskeeper of the hero's crypt, I write this letter in the year 1220, knowing that my death is near. Guard the secret that I'm about to reveal and pass it along to those who come after you. 20 years ago, the last surviving heroes contrived a plan to protect the crypt after we're gone. We had seen what happened to other sacred sites, and we did not want the graves of our comrades to be despoiled as well. It was the Archmage Zed who first suggested the idea of a spell, a protective enchantment to guard against those with greed in their hearts. Dude, do you know how much shit you stole yourself? The spell was a masterwork. Any thief who tries to steal the relics of the crypt will be afflicted by a terrible madness. He will become obsessed by a desire to remain in the crypt and protect its riches from others like himself. If the thief will become a guardian, the thief will become a guardian of all that he wished to steal. The spell will not affect the Legion or any man or woman of Legion blood. But be warned, if a thief dies here while afflicted with the spell, his spirit will remain in the crypt, and if it's not cast out, it will grow powerful indeed. Yours in fellowship, Glorane the Dwarf. Yeah, that way you'll never become a crazed skeleton. Whee! Spells. I guess nobody was around to kick off all the thief spirits.
Come, pilgrim, the bones of your heroes wait for you in these depths, and so do I.
Shut up, thing. Let me just check what the hell is my phone ringing about. Yeah, somebody sent a perfectly correct meme. Person, what do you say we study now? Brain, nah. Person, in that case, we're resting? Brain, nah, only feeling guilty. Feels about right.
Look, must be the Hall of Heroes. All the Lady Montbaron's companions. They're buried right here.
Here lies Zed, a mage and a scholar of Stonebridge, hero of the Sec Recurgence. Here lies Eulora, a pious Azunite sister, first companion of Lady Montbaron. Here lies Lorn, the dwarven mage of Glacern, hero of the Sec Resurgence. Here lies Rusk Getzler, a mercenary of Stonebridge and a man of many trades. Here lies Gyorn of Stonebridge, a veteran warrior and a former legionnaire.
You should be honored, mortal. Soon, your bones will join with those of the heroes who lie in repose here.
Here lies Fedro, an archer of renown. Here lies Boriev, a warrior of Leskanzi blood. I don't even remember most of those. From this side, I'm pretty sure we only took Eulora. Here lies Nadi, a boyar of Stonebridge. Here lies Glorn, dwarf of Glitterdelve Mine. Yeah, I know this one. Here lies Ruth, a dwarven mercenary and an adventurer. Don't remember that one. Here lies Lord Bollinger, a commander of the 10th Legion, bodyguard of King Conrad. I think I faintly remember this one. Here lies Ulfgrim, a dwarven legionnaire. Here lies Sikra, a witch of the Leskanzi blood. I think I kinda remember her. Here lies Merrick, long-serving Grand Mage in the history of the Legion. Why do I have like a glow over here, like a quest glow? Okay. Oh, I can open Merrick. Oh, I can loot the things. Damn. Okay, good. Well then. Thank you for your contribution, guys. See if I'll get anything for this character though. Yep, unstable, had it right on the money. Okay, not this. Let's see. He already has a better shield though. Not much for my existing character, sadly.
Your pilgrimage ends here, mortal. Pay your respects to the dead, for soon you will join them. grave!
At least he's decently slow.
Feel the chill of death.
Rather not, thank you.
Shame for falling before the eyes of your heroes. It is inevitable.
One more down.
Witness the power of the grave.
I wish I could. There's no necromancer in this game though.
Feel the chill of death. Rise, my thralls. Rise and defend me.
You realize you're just giving me health orbs, right?
Witness the power of the grave.
Come on, guy, die.
Perhaps the curse on this place is ended. Still, it's not a...
Ooh, using the skills is giving them mastery. My.
Exactly.
Well, in this game, I'm guessing more than once is usually is usually what it takes. Several deaths.
Cheery, is it?
Also, hey cat, welcome to the stream. Came just in time to see something weird die. Here lies the first Lady Montbaron, popularly known as the Farmer, first and greatest hero of the Sec Resurgence. Can I loot this sarcophagus? I can. Would give me something good. Kinda did. Oh, it was not a weapon. Oh, it was new boobs. I mean, has a lot of stamina in it. Ooh, it's looking good though. There's some spot where I can get a nice zoom on my character. Yeah, there we go. So this is the current armor. And this is the Mount Baron sexy armor. It's pretty covering. Nice spine work. Must say I like it. Ooh, we got a new blade for him too. It's weird that some things get auto-equipped and others don't. Anyway, now he has a shining shield and a flaming sword. Oh, the broken blade? Shall it be remade? Lord Bollinger's Shattered Blade. A broken sword is displayed before you, an engraved plaque rests before. Lord Bollinger's Shattered Blade. Lord Bollinger was a decorated legionnaire and blah blah blah. Goblin Treaties. Famous Goblin fighter was present for the ceremony. The event was concluded with Lord Bollinger, Conrad's most trusted friend and advisor, breaking his sword as a symbol of peace between the two races. No, this is pretty much tied to Dungeon Siege 1 in just about everything. This is more of a throwback to the Shards of Narsil from Lord of the Rings. It's even kind of displayed like the sword in the movies. Guess I could take it, but I think I'll leave it. it's gorgeous there. So. Plus, I looted just about everything else. But then again, I could save so I can load if something weird happens when I pick it up. Oh, I haven't found somebody's skull. Well, I did have to take it. But it feels kind of weird. It's probably that sleazebag's quest that was outside. The researcher. Yeah, well, I need the skull of a specific person, so there's that. Ah, yes, there was this locked door here. But I went past it. Where have I slept through? Oh, I had to take the skull here. A simple man from the western farmlands, he died aiding the young Lady Montbarron, also known as the farmer, during the initial stages of the Sec resurgence. Without the help of the brave Norik, Ebb's greatest hero may have never fulfilled her destiny. Well, I took the rest. Might as well take this too. Grab the free XP! Thanks for the hydrate, cat. Yeah, just at the cost of some dignity and shit.
I had not expected the crypt to still be inhabited. Both Ravensreel and I owe you a debt. I'll be sending messengers out to inform the people of Ebb that the hero's crypt is open again. Doubtless the pilgrims and their attendant wealth will be pouring in soon. In the meanwhile, here, take this as a token of our esteem.
What? Inventory's full. sell some stuff quick. Okay, sold some stuff. And yeah, Unstable has a point. In the games where the monsters level alongside with you, XP is not always the best thing you can get.
Do you have any relics to sell?
Sell? I don't want to sell them.
I don't have any relics.
A pity. Well, by all means, return if you find any.
It's not fair. You'll give me a reward, but what kind of reward? Sounds like a promising game, Cat.
Do you have any relics to sell?
I found the skull of Norik.
Fascinating, if a touch gruesome. Still, I look forward to studying this. Here is your promised reward. Do you have any relics to sell?
I don't have it.
800 coins? That was all? Yes, I meant unstable. Sorry, you're both pink, and when I'm just skimming the text, yeah. Yeah, I'm not giving him anything. I'd rather just carry them in my backpack.
Now this should be a challenge.
Thanks for the hydrate and the stretch, and enjoy your lunch with the kids. Stretch. Stretch. And a hydrate.
Well, the bridge is looking better, but it still leads into a swamp.
Well, not like we have much of a choice, but the bridge does look much better.
There you are. This may sound strange, but I was told to wait for you here.
Told? By whom?
A child. A boy with golden hair and piercing eyes, who spoke like no child I have ever met.
Did you follow us into the Mournweald?
No. He came to me in a waking dream. I know better than to doubt a vision, especially one so clear. My father was Hugh Montbarron, Grand Master of the Legion. A proud man, I'm told, but not immune to my mother's seduction.
Hang on, what? Are you telling me that you're my sister? My sister and a witch?
Ah, you are the Montbarron boy, yes? Of course. You have the same lustrous hair, and even prettier than mine.
Pretty hair? You think so? Wait, sorry, I'm still back on the sister part.
I do not know why this golden child chose me, but I believe I can be of help to the Legion, if you let me.
Does your sister know that you're planning to leave?
Leona's word does not bind me. I decide whose company I keep, and she knows better than to forbid me what I want. If only the rest of the world knew the same, life would be much simpler.
In other words, you haven't told her.
No. See, little brother, you know me better than you think.
Oh, they're so cute!
Your mother seduced Montbarron? So the stories about Lascanzi witches are true?
What stories are those? The ones told to jealous wives by poxy-faced men? Of black-hearted witches who ravished them in the dark of night? Those stories are fancies, but they hide a deeper truth. Lascanzi witches have discerning taste. We will seduce a foreign man, but only if he is strong, clever, handsome.
He'd pass those traits to your children, and your clan would be stronger.
We are a practical race, no? 500 years of wandering has taught us to claim any advantage we can.
I kinda like those girls. Go girls!
If you're a Montbaron, then you're part of the Legion. We could use your help.
We journey south, no? To Stonebridge? I know the roads, and charming company makes long miles less dreary.
Oh, so I can have only one companion going with me. I'd love to first check out what the items look like on her before I decide what to sell. Leveling up the archer. The consort armor doesn't look all that interesting. I think Sikra just changed the color of her jacket. Became just kind of greenish. Meh. Not impressed. Anyway, let's try her as a companion for a bit. But I think I'll be using him much more than I would ever use her because I need a tank. Then again, that was quite a lot of damage. Damn, girl. Good job. Ooh, her pet wolf is pretty. Pet command. Aww. No, she can't hold any items. She can just wear some items. I'll give this one a try for myself though. Okay, what was the button to switch the party? Let's go, Lucas.
Hold on there. The roads ahead aren't safe. Heavy smoke down there. From the looks of it, there was another battle in the swamp. Azunite Church on one side, Royalists on the other. They're always at it. I was questioned by soldiers down the road. They were Azunites, Jane Cassinder's men, and not a friendly lot.
Any opinion on the church soldiers? You seem to have run into them before.
The church army is the right hand of Jane Cassinder, but these men seemed more mercenary than proper soldier. They may call her a living saint, but any woman who hires Lescanzi thugs must be a little crooked. That's just what I think.
Have you dealt with the Royalists before?
They don't harass me on the road, so that makes them at least a touch better than Jane's soldiers. I think they're an honorable lot, but I don't see them winning this war. They'll die for a queen who's the last of her line, and barely more than a girl.
Fighting in the swamp? Doesn't seem like the best place for a battle.
The Royalists are holed up in the Glitterdelve mine to the northwest, and Jane's army marches from the Azunite coast southeast of here. This swamp has the misfortune of being right between the two. This certainly isn't the first time we've had trouble here. Why I still take these routes, I don't know.
Thanks
for the warning. I'll be careful.
I'll stay up here for a while, see if things calm down.
That looks sus.
Doesn't look like this avalanche was natural. Probably caused by cannons or black powder charges.
By order of Jane Cassandra, none shall pass this. Look, you idiot! They're Legionnaires! Get them!
Killing people in a weird ass cave.
One more down.
Why is it so hard to shoot downwards? Yeah, at least there's glowing stuff here.
They must be with the Royalists. Get them!
We're not royalists. I think. Not yet. Yeah, looks a lot more like some sort of plant. Yeah, fire awareness is not their best Best skill. Thank you, cat. Judging by the bodies arrayed before it, this blockade was constructed to stop the royalists from reaching the top of the bluffs. This soldier died from multiple arrow wounds, clearly a victim of the blockade you just passed. His armor indicates he was part of the Royalists' army, the last defenders of Queen Rosalind and her court.
Anyone that kills Azanites is a friend of ours. General Devonsey is further on ahead. Just follow the path.
I think I'm going to be sick. So many dead.
Dead royalists everywhere. And hardly any Azanites at all.
Jane will send her army against Glitterdelve soon. Our war isn't done.
We could have stopped Jane here today if we stood our ground.
Unlikely.
How are we going to get out of this stinking bog now?
On foot, mostly. These dead soldiers have been laid in rows, their faces washed and armor arranged for burial. The Royalists lack the time for proper rites, but they have clearly made efforts to give the fallen comrades some measure of respect.
Stand away there. Not so close to the General.
Never mind. I can hardly be called a general, with Her Majesty's army lying dead all around us.
Sorry, Lord Devonsey. Sir.
Forgive the boy. A few months ago he was a royal page. Now he's a soldier. Such are the depths to which we have fallen. I'm surprised to see any travelers on the road with so many of Jane Cassinda's soldiers about. What brings you to this ill-omened place?
We were sent by the Legion. We're heading south to reclaim the old chapter house in Stonebridge.
Well said. Best to be open with him. Perhaps he'll return the favor.
The Legion? So the rumors are true. A gathering in the north. The rebirth of the old Legion. That's beside the point, though. I'm afraid you're stuck here with the rest of us. The western road has collapsed and we're surrounded on all sides by impassable swamp.
What forces do you have left?
Only the baggage train and a few cannons. One of my officers, Roderick, had command of the baggage train. He managed to keep the wagons out of sight, hid them under those massive roots. Unfortunately, the men who are guarding the wagons are my greenest troops, former servants and the like. The only blades they've ever wielded are kitchen knives.
Poor people.
All the dead soldiers were yours? How did this happen?
Jane Cassinder's army was encamped in the swamp. I thought I'd catch her unaware, send her scrambling back to the spire. So I force-marched out of Glitterdale, sighted her troops at the base of the cliffs, and gave chase. In the first charge, we drove half her forces into the bogs. I could see Jane, not 50 feet from my lines. She had nowhere to run.
You smelled victory, and that's when the battle turned.
Jane sent a few of her sappers round back of my lines. They collapsed the roads behind me. A clever move, I'll give her that. Half my army, the young ones mostly, saw their escape route cut off. Didn't matter that we were winning. They panicked, broke and ran. Some of the veterans held their ground and died where they stood. The rest retreated here.
She boxed you in, with her forces on one side and the bogs on the other.
Killed half my people with the cannons. The rest tried to flee into the bogs and drowned. And here I am, trapped in this swamp, cut off from the Queen. She has only her maids to protect her now.
What about those massive roots? We can walk across them like a road.
Indeed, they'd support her weight, and my cannons and wagons too. But the routes are separated by stretches of water. In order to create a path, we'd have to raise the land between them. Impossible, you might say. But I have a man in my army with power over earth and stone. A scholar called Phineas. If only he were here.
This Phineas can raise a land bridge between the roots? How is that possible?
He's made a study of earth magic. Geomancy. The old magic of the dwarves. It's all very incomplete, but a movement of earth by simple brute force. Yes, I think he could manage that much.
You've actually seen Phineas use earth magic?
When Jane's cannons had us surrounded, somehow he drew the earth up over our heads, protected us both from the enemy's fire. Saved my life. That's proof enough for me.
We need to find this scholar, Phineas. Where has he gone?
He was among the first to be taken by the damned savages. They fell upon us not long after the battle, and they've been mounting raids and abducting our wounded ever since. First people, that's what the scholars call them. Only Azanai knows what they call themselves. I thought of mounting an attack on their village to rescue Phineas and the others, but my surviving soldiers are too few and too young. If I had your help, though...
Let's try talking to the first people before we do anything rash. Maybe they mistook you for a threat.
Now there's a bit of sense. Makes me happy I'm on our side.
A reasonable theory, but I've met their kind before. Scavengers preying upon the weak and the wounded. They won't negotiate unless you hold a sword to their throats. I'll gather whatever men I can, the ones who can still fight, and we'll meet you there.
Careful. This swamp is crawling with savages, and they're none too friendly.
Lord Devonsey planned well, led well. We were the ones that failed him.
I saw you speaking with the General. We must be in dire straits to rely on passers-by. But Lord Devonsey has seen fit to trust you. You already know of the savages in the bog. Beastly lot they are. Some of our best soldiers were captured in their raids. Others have gone missing. We sent scouting parties into the bog. I armed them as best I could, but baggage train attendants are hardly soldiers. They haven't returned for hours.
This was a massacre. How did you survive the battle?
We panicked. Well, the young soldiers did anyway. After Jane collapsed the road behind us, we were so close to victory. I kept the baggage train here instead of risking an escape. The enclosure gave us just enough cover to survive the assault.
A swamp is hardly a place for heavy wagons. Was your cargo worth the trouble?
Basic supplies needed for the troops, but also cannons, powder kegs, and the like. Perhaps we could find a way out of this muck-ridden cesspool on foot, but those cannons are needed in Glitterdelve.
If your people are raw recruits, they won't survive long in the swamp. Let me look for your missing soldiers.
You surprise me. I can offer you little more than some extra supplies, and my thanks. Look for them to the east, out in the bog. We sent out 2 scouting parties. Hopefully the swamp hasn't claimed them. Devonsey won't permit any more of us to leave camp, so you're the only chance they'll get.
Thanks for clearing a safe path. Guess I'll set up shop here until we find a way out.
Okay.
They just conscripted me 2 fortnights past. I can't believe I'm alive.
Blocked path on the routes.
If only these damn roots grew a little closer together, we could jump across.
Okay, so this is how we're gonna get off of here. Inventory management and everything. So it'd be nice if there was a better way to delete extra saves. If you're locked by how many saves you can have a nicer way to delete the lot. Please, this way they don't have to scroll all the way to the bottom of it. Oh, that went pretty well. There we go. Saved. Now let's find somebody to raid.
So expensive. Wow.
Oops. Okay, found our target. They're playing an Agatha Christie game, so mysteries and Hercule Poirot, so Hopefully it will be interesting. And I'll see you all next weekend. Until then, bye.